Hi guys, welcome. This is our daily reading for October 3rd, 2016. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We are all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing, so see what feels right for you. It could be one sign that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest and greatest good of everyone involved in the situation and so on. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave? Preparing for the wave? Crashing into the wave? Riding the wave? Or ignoring the wave? It's always your choice. In the end, also, feel free to make this an interactive video with me if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have time, check out the links I provide below and show your support and love to the artists and musicians. And I find there's further signs and symbols to these readings below. So let's begin with the Tarot Illuminati. And I also want to say happy birthday, guys, if your birthday is today. All right, let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for October 3rd, 2016 for the highest and greatest good of all. One card for focus, clarity. We have a jumper. And understanding into the energies of the day. I'm going to keep this, that jump, that's the Five of Pentacles. Let's get more clarity on that card. That's hanging out in the cold for a little too long. And there's warmer quarters inside. There's warmer atmosphere inside. There's help inside. There's a warm meal inside. And for some reason, you're standing out in the cold, refusing help. Oh, I feel like in this card, it's up to you to leave this situation. If there's somebody here too stubborn to go inside, or that doesn't have enough energy to go inside, you know, there's somebody here, I feel like, that's always really down, like feeling down, feeling hurt, feeling abandoned, feeling bruised and broken and torn and beat up, and they just don't want to try anymore. And I feel like there's always somebody else there with the strength to get up those stairs, you know, to open the door, to have that conversation, to go inside, to leave the situation, to do what you have to do, to go inside in that warm environment, grab some clothes, grab a coat, get some sandwiches, some cookies, you know, and bring them back out, perhaps to this person. Perhaps you're going to go inside and send somebody else to go out and help that person. Perhaps it's just up to the other person to go inside for themselves if they can. But it starts with you making a change, doing something different than sitting there moping, and going inside to accept some help, opening up your arms to help, to change, you know, changing your conditions yourself. You know, depending on what happens when you go inside and how, you know, what's going on. Maybe you're alone when you go inside. You know, there's nothing there, but you have warmth. You can start there. Maybe there's a phone, you know, or it could be a party inside. You know, they have everything you need. They can get you a ride home, but you have to knock on the door here. If somebody comes out, it's up to you to, you know, feel out this situation and do something differently to get you out of it. There's always help here. And I feel like there's always gained strength here after something kind of, you know, cold. Like a cold situation, something where you were frozen, you were in a standstill, you were hungry, you were malnourished, you were sick, you know, you had to take time out, you were tired, and it's time to go inside and feel warm, to like have some self-love, you know, take charge of this situation and put effort into the situation so it can change. And if you're out in the cold and for some reason somebody else makes an effort to come to you, I would say open your arms and receive help if it comes. All right, let's get another card for the day for the Five of Pentacles. More clarity. Being left out in the cold and coming inside where it's warm. Princess of Pentacles. So she's harvest, she's warmth, she's like the sunrise. I see like cherry blossoms, and I think they're poppies, but the first thing I heard was honeysuckles, so maybe that's important for somebody. I just see like fields of glory, fields of abundance. Like the Princess of Pentacles understands harvest, understands nature, understands seasons and change, and how to plant seeds that, I feel like she knows how to plant seeds accordingly so that there's always some kind of harvest coming. That it's not just waiting for that time when harvest season is. She figures out how to have a harvest time all of the time. But the Princess of Pentacles is still young, so she's always learning. She could be a messenger. It could be a message about a new, I would say even like a new job, a new chance to start to plant something, to start to harvest something. I feel like she creates abundance in her surroundings, like within the nature of her surroundings. I feel warm when I look at this. I feel like possibly this is the magical world inside of this door. Once you received this harvest, once you start to maybe receive the harvest for all of those seeds that you've been planting. You know, maybe you've been waiting a while and now you're recognizing that you can have a harvest, you know, all of the time. Maybe I just thought of like somebody having a garden and like canning all those vegetables and fruits and making jams and jellies and stuff like that, and putting like freezer bags together of green beans and stuff so that in the winter time you can still have the harvest of the fall or the spring or the summer. So you still have this abundance. You have to learn how to prepare for the seasons so you feel abundance all of the time. I'm not exactly sure what I said there, but I feel like this Princess of Pentacles is learning all of this. It's understanding that when you have an experience and you're out in the cold, how can you learn from that situation so when that season comes back or the times change, you can change with it. You can prepare for it. Princess of Pentacles could also be an earth sign in your chart, predominant in our day, someone around you, someone you know, someone sort of grounded and earthy. I would say that comes across as, I don't want to say necessarily younger, but it could be a child, it could be a teenager, somebody learning, but I feel like it's an innocence energy. You know, it's starting something fresh, starting something new, starting something with grace. I feel like she's just graceful, and she has like, you know, yeah, like she carries herself well, himself well, no matter what kind of situations maybe she or he has gone through in the past. I feel like she always learns from them. So it could be a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo energy. And I feel like she's come a long way. He has come a long way. This person has come a long way. There's a long path behind her here. You know? Maybe she came from the dark, from the night, and now the sun is rising. and the flowers are blooming at the same time. I'm focused on the wheat, the harvest, and like the luxury of her dress, of the fabric, how the wind is blowing her hair. So I see like winds of change, energetic winds, working with you with this situation. So coming from a long, hard road, a cold path, a dark path, but learning along that path, learning along the way, learning your lessons, learning about growth, learning about prosperity, learning about, I just see abundance here. I see beauty and I see warmth. So I'm going to go to the Angel Tarot and let's get another card for the day. Further clarity on the Princess of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. I mean, they're both pentacles. They're both coins. Earth. So it has to do with your physical environment, what you have around you, what you're leaving, where you're coming from, where you're going, and what you're bringing with you and creating along the way, the experience along the way. It's about the experience with Pentacles. It's the doing. It's the putting your hands into something and having it, nurturing it and watching it grow. I just think of like growth, like nature, plants, seeds, seasons, change, elements, like elementals. Justice, which is number 8. Archangel Raguel, and it's fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right and stand up for your beliefs. I see a bridge or a gateway, stepping through something, stepping through brand new, walking through pillars of change, pillars of strength, pillars of stability. I see like a finish line or a starting line, almost like you're ending something and beginning something else, but not a race, more like a journey. I see truth and I see balance between your heart and your mind here. Balance between your head and your heart, thinking logically and with your emotional intelligence. I see you coming out of a mist, coming out of the fog, and coming into what is clear here. Maybe it was light. The light lifted you up. The light was brought to a situation. Understanding was brought to a situation. Is coming to a situation today. Maybe you've been waiting for an actual answer from somebody, from a situation, maybe about, I hear like a report. Maybe you had a report, you're waiting for results, the report to get back, maybe like a credit report, something like that. Maybe it's going to be pretty good, or you're going to find a way to rebalance that pretty fast. I feel like this is a really nice, like justice. It's an 8. I feel like there's power with 8. It's like turning your power back on. I feel like with an 8, I think of infinity and going under the surface, perhaps where it was dark and cold and, snowing, and coming up again where it's brilliant and bright and shining clear. And the sun is, making things grow again, bringing things to light, bringing things into balance, bringing you strength, helping you fly. I feel like you're actually flying above this situation and through it with ease here. So trust that you know what is right for you. Trust that you can feel this balance when it comes, when you feel this weight or this release on your scales. You know what to keep and what to release. You know what is valuable and what is not, and what is good for you and what is no longer good for you. I feel like this always comes back to self, but that it's reflected outside of ourselves. So we can't always control what goes on out here, right? But we can control what goes on inside. And we can control how we react to something. So Let's go to the Art of Life Tarot and get another card for October 3rd, 2016. Vincenzo is here. He's very independent himself. He wanted to get up on the couch. Didn't you, Vinny? I appreciate your presence being here. Thank you very much. All right, let's get another card for October 3rd. The Nine of Swords. So this is a harsh card. It's like nightmares, not sleeping well, keeping yourself up at night, having all the things that are going on around you and or inside of you, creating turmoil and making you feel like you're out in the snow and you can't get out, like you can't sleep. It's sometimes actually not sleeping, having nightmares, not resting enough, not like feeling overwhelmed by circumstances, overwhelmed by pressure, overwhelmed by something, so that mental like pressure overwhelms you to have effects that overwhelm you in your tangible physical body. Usually it's your physical body that suffers because of your mental state. I hope that made sense, what I just said. This is the head of a young woman with tousled hair or Leda details. She looks like somebody I know. I know somebody that looks like Leonardo da Vinci's muse, like for reals. She looks like this. So 1508, Galleria Nazionale, Parma, Italy. And it's the longer we dwell on our misfortunes, the greater is their power to harm us. So the longer we stay out in the snow, the longer we think about what didn't go right, what we didn't do, what we regret, what we, want to change and don't actually make that change happen, the more we focus that negative attention on that issue, and the more it becomes an issue, and that negative attention affects us. It affects our body. It makes us ill. It creates illness. It makes you, it bottles up inside of you and creates blockages. So I feel like maybe, I want to say like actually move, like maybe today get out and like, take a walk in nature, like do some yoga, go on a run, park farther away from the store's, entrance and walk a little bit more, take a walk around the block, do something to get your juices moving and see how you can figure out a way to get through. Because I feel like truth is coming out today. And it's about concentrating on what we have, the strength we have, how far we've come, what we can do, how we can react, what we can do now. So the longer we dwell on our misfortunes, the greater is their power to harm us. So our misfortunes happen to change our direction, to bring us strength, to bring us support, stability, growth, opportunity. The quote is Voltaire by Francois-Marie Arouet. It's so beautiful. It looks like sheet music to me. I feel like there should be music behind here. All right, I'm gonna go to the Romance Angels Oracle card and pull another card for the day. I feel like it starts with taking care of ourselves here, changing our focus, looking at our blessings, looking at our situation with gratitude and grace, and maybe just trying to sleep, letting some of the things that are overwhelming us go and starting fresh. I feel like some of us need to sleep today. For me, that was today, but maybe for some of you, it's tomorrow. The Nine of Swords. Maybe you're going to have a good night's sleep tonight, on the 3rd. Maybe tonight is the night that, heaven is the bed or the couch, whatever it is. Maybe I feel like there's a release, it's just like, it's beautiful. And I feel like that release actually starts in the day. So maybe there's going to be a release almost like that beautiful sleep that you've been waiting for, but, you know, in daylight for us. Justice, power, like your power's back on. You can finally move again, finally restart something, redo something, retry something. All right, let's get another card from Romance Angels. Calling in your soulmate. So your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. This starts with you thinking positive, thinking about what you want, you know, what's good for you. Feel like what you desire, you know, the things you love. That's the focus today. Thinking about all of the beautiful things you want in your life, you want to live for. So soulmates, I feel like also soulmates are beautiful people in our lives that come in many forms. I feel like for a lot of us, this is somebody that's a partner. You're wanting, like, you know, your soulmate, somebody that's going to stick around for a while, you know, somebody that you can do it right with. You know, start right from the beginning. Start with unconditional love from the beginning somehow. This is somebody that I feel like you've known. Or you meet and you feel like you've known. You know, like you've always known them somehow. You can see beyond, like into their eyes. I just thought of like in your eyes. I'll put that below. But sometimes a soulmate is your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your friend, a coworker, somebody you meet for a moment and have a conversation with that changes your world. And you move on and everything is different afterwards. Sometimes this person is there for a while. Sometimes it's a fleeting moment, but it's important. It brings your scales back into balance somehow. It changes the direction you go somehow. It releases you from something that you were stuck with, like holding on to before, and creates growth. You know, so maybe this is somebody coming into our world today to help us grow, you know, to help us expand, to help us live. You know, maybe this is somebody you've been hoping to meet for a while, hoping to reconnect with for a while. I feel like it's a phone call or a text has to do with this, but maybe it's exchanging her number if you just meet this person. But I feel like phones are important here. It's not, I don't feel like it's like internet. I feel like it's like a phone situation. So maybe somebody will call you, or, you know, you'll meet somebody and, you know, you'll exchange numbers so easily you don't even know how you did it. All right. I'm going to pull one more card for the day from the Archangel Power Tarot, since I think we're turning our power back on today. I think we're feeling a little bit of warmth. So let's get one more card for focus, clarity, gratitude. What you doing, Vinny? What you doing? Time for me to pull another card, huh? All right, uno más. Here we go. You have to poop? Maybe he has to poop. Hold on. You have to poop? Go ahead. Not sure, but we're going to put him here for a moment. We're going to pull one more card for the day. Let's see what we have here. And the Page of Ariel. I feel like this and this are the same card. The Page of Ariel is like the Page of Earth, or the Princess of Earth, the Princess of Pentacles. So we're starting something new today. We're learning something new. We're learning our lessons. We're eager to move. We're eager to learn, but we're accepting and opening our arms to new things that we don't know yet, that are coming into our world. There's a lot to get done here. I feel like this is somebody pretty smart, pretty witty, sometimes organized, sometimes not, but tries to be. I feel like this is the person that really digs into his or her surroundings. Whether or not this is somebody in your life, I mean, this is also this like Page of Ariel. So it could be Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. somebody reliable, clever, educated, and balanced. And an excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. I feel like this is something you're excited to read about, learn about, teach, understand, create, make, and get yourself into. You know, whether you're an earth sign or not, I feel like this is you getting grounded. You know, or this is somebody in your world that's helping you get grounded. You know, getting you excited about learning a lot about something that you're into, you connect with, and that moves you forward. I feel like you're building a tower of like knowledge and, yeah, I see like stability. I also feel like she sewed her dress. So maybe you do something with, I feel like fabrics and paintings. And I feel like maybe like I see somebody going into a bookstore and just sort of like going to a book, opening up whatever book sort of calls to them to a page, and like an answer comes this way. So maybe look for signs and symbols in books. Vincenzo's giving me the Vincenzo do, which is my cue to say adieu. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.